Hello and welcome back to Triple R Gaming. We're here tonight for the Japanese Grand Prix in Japan for round 14 of my F1 2015 Back of the Grid Challenge. If you haven't gone and seen round 13 Singapore, I definitely recommend you should check that out. And also, we're getting to the business end of the season now, so in the next couple of races I will be announcing who I will be racing for in Season 2 of Back of the Grid Challenge. Enough said regarding that. We are here on the grids and we're going to check out the race strategy. And as you can see, we got the two normal options. We got to start on the option or start on the prime. Today I'm going to start on the option. The last couple of races I've been started on prime. This is a very high tyre wear circuit, so I've decided to go on the option just to see how long I can get it to go before changing onto the prime tyre. The strategy you see in front of you is probably not the one I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for a custom one along the way. So, yes guys, let's get to the race. Let's get to the 5 red lights and let's get going. So we're here at the start of the Japanese Grand Prix for the 5 red lights. We're just about to go out, we're just about to start go racing, and as you can see we've got a good start. We've got past both of the Manners, which is nothing unusual. We've got the McLaren and a Sauber to the left of us. We're going to brake a little bit easy, so we're going into this corner because there's quite a few people going into the corner. It's quite bunched up at the moment and obviously you can't use your full potential, but as you can see there, Fernando Alonso's had a bit of a moment and we've gone from 20th place on the start all up to 15th in like the first couple of corners. We're going around the side of the Lotus. And we've made that move for 14th place. We're going to try and go for 13th place on Carlos Sainz. But he's come back round on us. I didn't make that move stick. But we're going to go into the Degners and hopefully stay behind him just enough just so we can get past him at some point. Because the field is so bunched up at the moment, we've got plenty of opportunities to get past some of these slower cars that are usually slower than us. So we're going to go into the hairpin, and I've managed to go down the left hand side to try and get Carlos Sainz and even do a cheeky move on my own teammate, but my own teammate saw me a little bit better and has sawn me off, and now he remains in 12th place, but we are in 13th place on the first lap. Not even a full lap yet, but we are going to try and go down the side of our teammate now, and we spook him just a little bit and he's come off the track a little bit, but we have made no contact and there was no warning, so I'm assuming that's okay. So we've made up to 12th place. We are now chasing the Sauber of Marcus Ericsson, going into 130R, which is my favourite corner of the track just because you can get so much speed on that one. But as you can see, we're going down the right hand side of Marcus Ericsson and try and make the move. We had to lift off there a little bit just because we didn't want to crash into Marcus Ericsson. But we're going on to lap 2 and now we're going to try and get in the slipstream of Marcus Ericsson so we can basically get past him. So we're going to go around the right hand side and see what we can do. See if we can squeeze past him. We squeeze through into 11th place. We've got the Ever Lotus of Romain Grosjean in front of us, and we're going to chase him down for a points paying position, and we're only on lap 2, so we've made up a lot of ground in less than 2 laps. And we've got the Toro Rosso of Max Verstappen in front of him, so we're going to go down the left hand side. No, we thought of it, but we thought better not, because we don't want any accidents in this really. We want to try and keep this as clean as possible. We're going into the Degners, and we're going to think about a pass probably going up into the hairpin, because I find that's a really good place to pass, and we just really want to get it through the field as fast as possible. As you can see, we've just gone down the left hand side of Grosjean. That's gone off the track a little bit there, and as you can see we're getting an illegal overtake, so we give the position back just because obviously we don't want a penalty. We want to play fair here, so we're going to chase Romain Grosjean down for the position. Probably going to wait till 130 or maybe even this corner. I'm unsure of the name of the corner, but it seems to be a corner I can overtake on very easily well. So as you can see, I've just taken him for 10th place. We've got the Toro Rosso of Max Verstappen in front of us. We're going to try and do him into 130R on the left hand side. As you can see, we do it. Oh, it's very tight, and the Rebels are in front of us as well, so we are into 9th position. The Rebels are holding each other up. Nico Rosberg sets the fastest lap of the race again, but the Toro Rosso has actually fallen behind the Lotus of Grosjean now, and I've just made a move on both of the Red Bulls. No, only one of them. Just going to go around the side, left-hand side of both Red Bulls. Oh, I love it. I've just made a double manoeuvre into the first couple of corners. And now we are on lap 3 in 7th place. So we've made some massive ground up. But going on to the end of lap 3, we are chasing Felipe Massa for 6th place. And it looks like we're catching him pretty fast because it's only taken less than a lap to get to him because the Red Bulls were fighting and I was unable to catch the Red Bulls. So yeah, we are chasing, and we just set the fastest lap of the race, which is brilliant. So going on to lap 5, we still haven't managed to get past Felipe Massa, but we will push as hard as we can because we want these extra points. Obviously we are aiming to try and beat Ferrari, which is a big, you know, shoes to fill. But as you can see, we've just overtaken Felipe Massa, and we've come off the track there a little bit, but we've managed to make the move stick on lap 5. Going on to lap 6, we are being overtaken by Felipe Massa. So this battle has continued for the last couple of laps, and he's locked up a bit, so we've managed to get past him again. So and I think we're going into the pits now actually, so we're going to head into the pits for our first pit stop because our tyres are absolutely mashed at the moment, and I'll take the bollard out while I'm doing it. So heading into the pits. This is a high tyre wear circuit, so we will be doing 3 pit stops today. There's no word about it. So as you can see, my mechanics are going to work on the car. We've just put on another set of mediums, which is the you know, the option tyre for the race. And we've just done a 2.3 stop, and we've come out in 16th place, which is not great, but obviously there's a lot of people in front of us that haven't pitted. Going on to lap 8, we are catching up to Jenson Button because it looks like a few people have pitted since, and we are chasing both McLarens down actually. Alonso's actually holding up Button massively, which means now he's holding us up, which is not great. So we're going to try and go down the left hand side of Button and try and dispose of him as quickly as possible, just so we can catch up to Alonso into 130R and get past him as well. We don't want to mess around with these McLarens because they're slow as hell. And as you can see, I've squeezed Alonso off there a little bit, but it's all fair in love and war, and I've managed to get the position. We are now in 11th place on lap 8, but we are still waiting for a few people to pit. But as you can see on the right hand side of the mini map, 2 or 3 people are in the pits at the moment, so we're gaining a few positions. It looks like we could end up in 8th position. Yeah, it looks like we're going to end up in 8th position, so that's a great lap from us really, because we need to get these fast laps in to make sure that we're undercutting all these people. But going on to lap 9, or the end of lap 9, we are chasing Carlos Sainz again for 7th position. We're going to try and go around the right hand side of this corner, which seems to be one of my signature moves to make positions up. So we're into 7th place chasing Daniel Kvyat, but I think he may be in the pits right now, which is a good possibility. Yes, he's actually in the pits. So we're now into 6th place on lap 10. Going on to lap 12, we're ready for our next pit stop, our second of the day. And yeah, nothing really happened in the last couple of laps, just controlling the pace of my car and obviously trying to catch up to Valtteri Bottas, but that hasn't been able to get the job done there. We get another warning for cutting the corner. That's twice we've done it in the pit lane. I don't know why, I just can't seem to get round. As you can see, my guys are going to work and putting another medium set of tyres onto the car, and we are off again. That was a 2.2 stop that time, so we've improved our pit stop a little bit there, so they managed to get me out a little bit quicker, which is a positive. We've got 2 guys coming down the side, which is Max Verstappen and my teammates, so we've come out in 11th place with this battle between these 2, so I'm hoping to take advantage of that here on lap 13 and really push to get past these guys, because I don't know if they're on different strategies or not, but I just don't want them holding me up on my strategies. As you can see, I've gone around the right hand side of the Toro Rosso. Now I've got my teammate to contend with. I'm always a little bit extra careful. Oh, he just pushed off the track a little bit. Go around my teammate because obviously I want him to score good points just like me. So now I'm going into the Degmas, going on to lap 15 by the looks of it, yes. And we are chasing Daniel Kvyat for 9th place. No, we are in 9th place, we're chasing him for 8th place. So the Red Bull is putting up a fight here a little bit, so we're gonna follow him on most of this lap actually, because this was quite a good ding dong battle. I go around the left hand side, but I don't manage to make that stick, and he is really not wanting me to pass him at the moment, because obviously I've got the speed on him because I've got the Mercedes engine, and they've got the Renault, that bad Renault engine that they had in 2015, and he will not let me pass for anything really at the moment. So we're going to try again here and see if we can get past him. I locked my wheels, which is not great. Oh, I've locked the wheels, and what a surprise, he comes back at me. So that wasn't great. I think I braked too hard there and the rear wheels locked, which is not great for us. But we are going to try down here in this favourite corner of mine. I really need to learn what this corner's called, but I do apologise about that. But here we go. We're going to try and get the slipstream and get past into 130R. We're going up to 130R. Yeah, looks like we're going to do it before 130R. That's brilliant. We are now into 8th place again after all the pit stops, which is brilliant. And yeah, looks like we are on a roll a little bit. We go to lap 16 now and just push on and try and catch Felipe Massa, because we've already passed him once, so I'm hoping that we've undercut him a little bit. He's 11 seconds up the road, and going on to the end of lap 16, it looks like Massa's in the pits, so I won't have to do it on track. I can do it through the pit stops, which is good. I've actually overtaken somebody else, well, Fiat, who's gone into the pits as well. So now we're on lap 18, and we are ready for our final pit stop. We're going to go on to set off the hards and push to the end really. We got 9 laps to go, and hopefully they last that long. And as you can see, I got the pit entrance right that time, so good things come to who that waits. So we're in the pits. The boys are going to go to work on the car, and we're going to put on our hard tyres. Love that beautiful camera angle there. And that was a 2.3 stop, so our pit stops have been pretty consistent in this race, very close to each other. And yeah, no, we've been spot on with our pit stops. We come out in 8th place, and we're going to be chasing down Valtteri Bottas. But as you can see, we go 9 laps later, nothing happened in those 9 laps. I've literally just been trying to catch Valtteri, and it hasn't been working. The tyre wear on these hards has been quite bad. As you can see, Nico Rosberg has just won the race. And going on later into this lap, there's been some yellow flags. Stevens is all over the place for some reason, but as you can see in front of us, Valtteri Bottas has had some sort of an issue, and he's come off the road, and we've just gained 7th place on the last lap, which is pretty incredible. But as you can see, this is a replay of Valtteri's car. This is going on to lap 27, and the car in front, which is Felipe Nasr, has comes back on and smashes straight into the left hand side of Valtteri, and he loses his front wing and has to do a whole lap, obviously before pitting, which he wouldn't have done because he would have gone to the checkered flag. But this is the checkered flag, and we come in 7th place. A brilliant result for us. I thought we were going to be a little bit faster this weekend, but it just didn't seem to be, because I just felt that we had a little bit more pace as we were first in practice. But we are celebrating the 7th place. You know, any points are better than no points. But going on to the race results, as you can see, the Mercedes are 1-2. I don't think they started on pole. Sebastian Vettel started on pole, but he's down in 4th place, so I don't know what happened there in the race. And Felipe Massa managed to get back in front of me. I don't know how he did that, but he managed to get the job done. My teammate again failed to score any points, which is no good for anybody really, is it? But I got a solid 7th place there, and that's 6 points to my tally, so I'm quite happy. So as you can see, going on to the drivers table, we are actually fallen from 4th to 5th, just because Kimi Raikkonen finished in front of us. Him and Vettel seem to be very kind of well matched this season. I'm not that far behind, and I can come back. I've got the opportunity to come back, and obviously Valtteri isn't that far behind me as well, so I've got to keep an eye on him. But we'll go on to the constructors table in a minute, and we'll have a look to see how things are going on there. And as you can see, no movers at all. So yes, we are getting somewhere in the respect of, getting points every race, and we are happy with the pace that we are doing at the moment. Obviously, like I said to you earlier, we will be looking at other teams and contracts in the next couple of races, and possibly to stay with Force India or maybe to go somewhere else. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If any of you guys have any ideas of what I should do or what team I should drive for next year on the 2016 game, I remind you, the Back of the Grid Challenge will be coming to the new game. And then obviously once we've done Season 2, Season 3 will also go to the 2017 game when it comes out, because it's not out yet. But yes guys, that's been the Japanese Grand Prix. If you guys have liked that, like, subscribe and comment below, and yeah, we'll see you next time for Russia.